So hello and welcome to the new moon in Scorpio. My name is Kathleen and I will be presenting the November 4th, 2021, 5:15 p.m. new moon coming out of Eastern Standard Time, New York City, New York. And I'm on the Eastern board and I use New York because it does represent the Eastern board, but you want to make sure that you go ahead and you pull up your city and your state, because the chart will move according to the geographical location just a little bit. But in the Eastern Standard Time Zone, the new moon is occurring in the 7th house of Scorpio at 12 degrees 40 minutes. So we look at that as a 13 degree. And what you want to do is pull up in your own chart whatever that degree is at in Scorpio in your chart. And that's going to show you at 12, 13 degrees where this new moon wants to work personally in your life. And if it lands on a hard aspect house, which would be an angular house, the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, or the 10th, then this is going to be something you really want to pay attention to, because those 4 houses really are the cardinal houses of the zodiac and they want you to move out. So let's talk about what it means to have this moon in Scorpio, and kind of what happens with the emotions here. It is a water sign, so it's fixed, and it rules the 8th house. And of course, Scorpio's planets are Mars and Pluto. So wherever Mars and Pluto are in this chart, this is the world chart, of course, the bigger chart, is where these energies are trying to work within humanity. So Pluto, of course, is the longest transiting planet, the furthest one away, has been in Capricorn at 24 degrees for a while, making its way to 30. This whole outer theme of it being in the 10th house here is a lot of changes within the 10th house, which is the career. And with the new moon conjunct the sun, which is what happens in a new moon, you can't even see the moon. The sun is shining so bright, thus it looks dark. You're going to bring in this deep and complex emotional life. And Scorpio feels things very, very deeply. It is known as the sign that goes down and in within itself, and, wants to get to the bottom of things, doesn't really have a lot of patience for non-fixed energies. It really wants you to be concentrated like it is. So there could be some impatience here with this Scorpio moon. Feelings can really overwhelm you too at this time. Scorpio moons are very tough moons. Drama can surface. Conflicts are possible with family members here. And with this going on is a tendency to hold your feelings in. Remember, Scorpio holds and hangs on to something for a long time so that it can be regenerated, so it can get to the bottom of it. So we also have Mars sitting in the 7th house, which is Scorpio's planet in Scorpio. So yay, we've got something working for us here. Libra is the 7th house. Let me get back that quick. And it is an air house, and it is others. So the Scorpio energy is sitting here with Mars, its planet, giving it energy to move out and not be so fixed, because it's in an air house that wants to speak. So this is a great time if you've been having some challenges with other people. This is fixed, concentrated chart here. The highest energy aspect of the chart. The highest element is fixed. Modality, is fixed. So this is some energy that can really get some things accomplished if it is patient and allows Mars to do its job. Now, across from the other side of the chart is the first house, of course, and that is our ascendant. That is the personal self. That is how you are seen, the mask and the persona that you wear. It's also the personal body. So with it being in Taurus, okay, Taurus is all about security and earth energy and wanting us to take a look at our money, because Taurus rules the second house. So it's asking us to say, hey, with Taurus in the ascendant, are you secure? Do you feel secure? Do you feel valuable? And with it being in the first house, it's like Taurus is saying, do you treasure yourself? Do you value yourself? And it is shaking up our whole opinions of money with Pluto up there in the 10th house of career and the way that we do business. And we see this with Uranus sitting there in Taurus in retrograde, just stalling out and saying, look, we're going to really work this lesson, this new moon. We're going to get it across. And the way that it may come across is with shock and awe. We can see some real innovative, resourceful energy here, an original personality here when it comes to money and financial dealings. With Uranus there, you could be really wanting to take some risks, and maybe Scorpio new moon over there is asking you to hold on to your money. And so it's a back and forth kind of energy here with the 1st and the 7th. And with Taurus being a theme, we really, and Uranus, we really don't have a predictable outcome that is going to happen. This is a restlessness and, on the verge of great change, on the verge of shock and awe and creating something else. And we'll talk about the oppositions in a minute. But I just want to make sure that you really see that this Uranus in the first house is going to be like a power play with water in an air house and earth in an air house. We've got some practical communication of an emotional nature that's going to be able to resolve issues of security and comfort. So I think that that's really important to bring up. The other thing I want to bring up real quick, and I'm looking at my chart here, is cardinal, fixed, and mutable modes of operating in these energies. And we have 8 positions within this chart in fixed modalities. And fire, right, is not represented at all. There's 2 in earth, 2 in air, and 4 within water. So there isn't a lot of, I think, with a lack of fire, even though Mars is there, water is going to subdue this. Scorpio's going to have a more, let's stay fixed on this and figure this out type of energy there. So again, you've got the fixed modality of 2 in earth, 2 in air, and 4 in water. And the mutable nature has 4 signatures, which is being flexible and, wanting to move. Not a lot of that going on. And the cardinal signature is 5. And there's 1 represented in each area with 2 in earth. So the most balanced energies there really is the cardinal. and the fixed is more popular. So we've got this, like I said, this back and forth, this wanting to move, but no, not moving with others, and wanting to move out and change in that Taurus theme, but something to do with the others here is really giving you a difficult challenge with that. The Mars at 3 degrees is going to give you some strong willpower here. And, it's also going to help you know exactly what you want and how to get it. Mars is an actionated planet. It moves out. It gives us our passion, our drive. It gives us our energy. And if we're not careful, it can shut down communication, even though it's active, because what it does is it causes someone to get aggressive in their conflicts and in situations, and it's in the other's house. So this is going to be somebody at 3 degrees. You're just getting heated up here and not really mature in your energy. So power struggles can really be at place in our relationships right now. And Mars is going to want to talk about things. Mars is drawn to energetic and enthusiastic people, which is the 7th house, that the cardinal air moving out. So personal unions could have some serious newer energies coming in a different way of handling your quarrels. The other thing I want to bring out is Mercury, and it is in the 6th house, the mind, the mercurial, the intellect, how you process your thoughts. The moon is more emotional energies. Mercury's more conscious, rational. Think of the magician in the tarot. Mercury has the ability to take what's around it and make it work. And it's in Libra. So it's this communicative air wanting to come out about things again. Again, this is the 4th or 5th reading where we've had the 6th house come into play pretty strongly. And the 6th house is like asking us in Virgo, which is an earth house, with Mercury and Libra there, to combine these earth and air energies and to get talking about how this is affecting your body. And, with the conjunct Mars, it's giving you the ability to really be decisive and direct in your communication. And it's a good time for you to talk about these topics. If you've been thinking about it, wanting to have that conversation, just guard the aggression and go in with meditation and breath work, and, try not to use you words, you always, and when you use I words, try to go with, I feel this way when this happens, not you make me feel like blah, blah, blah. The communication's going to be challenged here. But you have Mars sextiling Venus. And Venus is up there in the 9th house, creating a really good, harmonious position that if you work it, baby, is what it's saying. If you take that Venus energy in the 9th house in Sagittarius, and incidentally, the partnership asteroid sitting right there in Sagittarius next to Venus, which is Juno, which is about fairness and compromising and partners, marriage, relationship, and the maintenance of your personal rights in that relationship. It can also be fear of abandonment. It's conjunct Venus in a close conjunction of 3 degrees, but it's in Sagittarius. In Sagittarius, does want to enlarge the situation and get to the bottom of the truth. And Sagittarius's planet Jupiter is over there in the 11th house in Aquarius of other people, which is like bring that information out to the public. We're going to probably see with this new moon several days after and leading up to and during more exposure and people getting caught on scorpionic themes in a shock and awe kind of way. Be prepared for secrets to come out. Scorpio does not play. So with that, I just wanted to give you one last tip, and be sure that you always go into these new moons with the idea of being willing to release what no longer is serving you, and just coming in with an open attitude of, okay, these energies are here. I've studied them. I understand them. Don't have to be a scholar, but sit with yourself and sit in meditation and consider these energies, whether by me or another reader or your own work. And just do some meditative breath works on the Scorpio new moon and just breathe in her energy and ask for it to be made clear to you. And then I encourage you to put out your stones and I use a mason jar, and I don't put a lid on it, and stick it right under those new moons and full moons. And then just drink that water over the next few weeks between the moon cycles. And, something like this, if you do it consistently, it can really make a difference over the long haul of things. Remember, inch by inch is a cinch, and yard by yard is hard. And if sometimes we look at the big picture of things, it can be really, really overwhelming. It's like that penny that we bring in front of our eye, and we just can't see anything else but that penny. But you'll notice if you pull that penny away and you take the problem away and you focus on gratitude and positive mantras in your breath work, and work with the other modalities that are serving you and helping you to become a more balanced person, these moons will take on a whole new meaning for you. But I think going slow and not beating yourself up, and just knowing that this is supposed to be an experience that's supposed to help us to grow, and every moon matters, because these are the waves of the mother, so to speak, coming down upon us and guiding us on what we need to work on as a collective. So again, 13 degrees, 12 to 13, I would say, in your natal chart. Look for that point, and that's where this moon wants to work with you. I just have to tell you, I have a 13-degree Scorpio ascendant. And it's almost a 13-degree new moon. And I have it like the ascendant is the first house. So it's literally conjunct that Uranus at 12 degrees. So, I'm experiencing some huge breakthroughs. And I'm looking forward to open communication that's going to be coming, and what I need to see and what I need to hear for this new moon. But that's a potent energy when you have tight conjunctions like that. Literally Uranus to the ascendant to the moon. It's bam, bam, bam. So hopefully I'll be around for the next full moon coming out here. But until then, I just speak over you love and light. And I ask that you would go gentle on your heart and your mind, and that you would know that nobody makes it out of here physically alive. We all experience death, but then we leave these bodies to experience wherever we go from there. And I know that it's a good place for me. And you can have that assurity, I think, as you work through these energies that we've been given in these modalities. So I just speak peace and light over you. Namaste. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.